Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Drive Guide. And I wanted to take just a few minutes to break down the Mazda Connect infotainment system, because I've said it in all my reviews of Mazdas that the infotainment system to me is straightforward, logical, and pretty responsive. But what do I mean by that? So let's break it down to show everything that the infotainment system can do. So starting off with these physical buttons that you have down here, you have your home, music, navigation, favorites, and then your back button that has a tiny little knob here, and that's for your volume. And then this is to rotate between all of your menus. You can also click down to then go up, down, left, right. So let's start by going over here in the far corner and using the touchscreen to show the kind of things that you have up here. So HD radio traffic map, that just keeps your maps up to date to let you know if the route you're going on has some serious congestion, that you should then change routes and go somewhere else. Then with the fuel economy monitor, just kind of what you would expect. Then the vehicle status monitor. Now this is interesting. So if you were driving along and a warning light came up that you didn't know what it meant, you would then go here and it would tell you in the warning guidance what that means. And then from there it could tell you that you need to call the dealership if it's a very serious issue, or if you've just hit the tire pressure button and you need to reset it. So then let's go back to the main menu by hitting the home button and move over to music. And so here in the corner, audio sources, all the radio stations you'd expect, and then your Bluetooth, USB, etc., etc. And then over here you have either your memory list of stations, and then you can also program your favorites in here. HD radio, nothing really to notice there. Here you have the scan for functional radio stations, and then this one here is for tune. Now this is cool. So you can use the rotary wheel to get the exact one you want, or then use a screen to go around in exactly which way you want. And if you can't get it exactly where you want it, then you just use these little arrows up here to get the exact radio station you desire. So then returning back to home, let's have a quick look at communication. And no phone is connected right now, so let's just hit no. If it was connected, it would tell me who my favorite contacts are, my most recent call history, and then it isn't available for iPhones, but if you had any other phone, it would be able to read your text messages to you. That's when you would have to hit this button here for the voice command, or just yell out to Siri. Then switching over to navigation, you have either a 2D mode here, or a 3D mode. So let's say we want to go to a new location. So find address. You can punch it all in exactly as you like. So if we got to go down to Calgary, and you can see just how responsive this screen is. Yeah, it's not lightning fast like your typical smartphone, but it is very good at responding to your inputs. So then let's back away from that, so we don't need to really look at that. You can have a look at nearby points of interest. So this is cool. So if you were just driving along and you were desperate to go and find somewhere to eat, just hit on restaurant, and then you would then search in the area near me, and then it can come by some results for you. So look, we've got a whole bunch of things coming up here, but I think I know where I want to eat. So let's go back to filter by name. So then I can put in my favorite restaurant here in the valley, and then hit OK, and then hit search. And it's found what I'm looking for, the Rocky Mountain Flatbread. So I'll click on that now, and then it'll show me where it is on the map, gives me the coordinates, other interesting things that might be nearby, but then navigate to. So I hit that, and then it all shows up here. And let's just get that starting so you could see. And you can zoom in close to, or as far away as you'd like. And we can see our destinations down here. So then if we want to exit out of this, you can see we can hide the buttons entirely and then just back away from it. But it'll always have it up on the top here. So if you were desperately needing to change over the radio station, you can still see what directions you need to follow up here. But then if you wanted to delete everything altogether, hit that up, then hit the flag with the X, cancel route, and it's over and done with. And that's kind of everything you would need to know about this car. When you go into settings, yeah, it's going to give you all the adjustability with the screen and the heads-up display and the sound and so on. But all in all, that is Mazda's system. And as you can see, the buttons respond quickly, the screen responds quickly. And I know that as a Mazda owner, it's straightforward to me because I'm used to it. But I do think that this is the most logical you can make a system, just as easy as it could possibly be. And as a result of that, if you're looking to buy a new car, really take into consideration what the user interface is like, because if you hate it, you have to live with it. And if you have to live with it, then you want it to work. So that is my just quick overview of the Mazda Connect infotainment system. I thank you for taking the time to watching this video, and I hope to see you again on the Drive Guide.